Hey, everybody, this is Jessie G, and you're listening to Hank Jr. on Hank's Corner.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to an exciting episode of Hank's Corner. You know who I am. I'm Hank Jr., but today I got a special guest here with me. Who do I have with me today?
Hey, you got Brady Lee?
Brady Lee, where did you come from?
Well, I came by way of I-75.
Yeah,
course, but...
yeah, he just stopped at my house today, so you guys are going to get a treat here on Hank's Corner as we got Brady Lee, which if you remember, he was on my podcast early on. He helped get this kicked off, and he's just just stopped in the house for some food to do a podcast, and then he'll take off. So we'll get this started. But of course, I'm Hank Jr., part of Hank Jr. Productions, where I'm documenting life's moments through photography, videography, and of course podcasting. And I'm so excited about this next guest that I have on this episode because I got to talk with her a little while ago, a couple of months back. She was at one of the Southern Fellow events on the East Coast of Florida. I introduced her as the girl who likes her men like she likes her whiskey, and then she told me she's not drinking much whiskey at the time, and we'll talk a little bit about why. But please welcome to Hank's Corner, Jessie G.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. And, what do you think about our special guest here, Brady Lee, co-hosting?
I'm loving it. I guess Brady and I met back in February. I must have had some adult beverage. Well, actually,
she guesses that we met back in February. It's
yeah,
crazy.
I mean, so
crazy.
Okay, Brady, that happens to me sometimes because my memory sucks or I've had too many libations, but that's not an excuse because clearly I was pregnant in February.
No, I was going to say when I met you, you were pregnant. And so we can blame that on the pregnancy brain.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mom brain. That's what that is.
But you remember me though, right?
Yeah. I mean,
okay,
I remember you both. I remember you both, I promise.
Off air, I told Jessie that Brady was the crazy fan that ran up on stage, and she's like, "Oh, I think I remember."
Yeah. No.
Well, after this podcast, I'm gonna go look at his music, and then I'm gonna be like, "Well, now I'm the crazy fan, so I'm gonna feel dumb after this." So Brady, don't get mad at me.
hey, that's okay. If you do like his music, which you should, he's got some good songs out there, a couple ones that I definitely like being here in Florida. But if you do like that and we wanted to flip the switch, we could interview him on a repeat. So
okay. we can do that. We can do that.
I'll stop in for some food and just hang out.
Yeah, and you might be able to stop in too because aren't you in the Florida area if I'm not mistaken?
I am. Right now I'm in Destin, Florida. We are building a house in Nashville, and motorhome life wasn't for me. Y'all, I was raising a newborn and a 3-year-old in a motorhome, and I took it for 2 months, and then I was like, get me out of here. So we went back to our Destin house, and we're in our little condo just until our house is done in Nashville because I can't do it. I can't live on a generator.
Yeah, I saw some of those social media posts with you doing that. And RV life is only fun for what? How long? And then that's it,
2 months, and that's it. Yeah.
It's probably different with a newborn though. That's insane. So props to you for hanging on for that ride.
It's like the crazy bath shower situation, if it was a little easier with that, then I could have definitely done it just fine. But you got to have a shower and a bathtub for a newborn for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's valid.
Yeah, and Brady, Brady's got a family that he has to deal with too. So he's fairly aware of all the stuff. And I, of course, I have a family, but mine are kind of grown up, and I got some grandkids that are kind of roaming around the house, which is reminding me of that stuff. I know I don't look that old. That's but I do have to restart all over again in some form. So I get it. But there's all this baby talk. Your latest song that I had you on my New Music Friday post was Babies Raising Babies. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're just talking about how I was raising a newborn in a motorhome. If it doesn't encapsulate the song, I don't know what does. But yeah, I wrote a song about a few years ago, and I wrote it actually when I was pregnant with my first child, who's now 3. And I was pregnant, scared to death about being a mother, and this song kind of came out of talking with my co-writers, Matt Wynn and Quinn Loggins. We were down at Music Row writing, and I just said straight up, like, I just feel like I'm a baby sometimes, and how am I even going to raise a baby? And they were like, that's it. That's the song. We're writing that today. And most of it is kind of about my parents because, you know, they were actually babies. Like they were like 19 and 20. Can you imagine? I can't imagine. I'm sure, you know, Hank, I don't know how old you were when you had kids, but, you know, I can't imagine being here like I'm 30 years old and I'm like scared to death. But, you know, that song just came out of the thoughts of, you know, what would it have been like to be so much younger? And I feel like when you have kids, you relate to your parents so much more. You appreciate them so much more because you have this living, growing thing. For one, you had to name it, which, you know, naming something that they're going to have for the rest of their life, that's no pressure. And then for two, you have to make them like a really great human, hopefully better than you are, that's going to change the world for the good. So it's all like scary and beautiful at the same time, and that's kind of how the song came about.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're doing a good job over there. You know, the fact that I always say that if you're worried about it, that's a good thing. It's those that don't worry about how they're doing. So you're doing a good job. So let's go ahead and play Babies Raising Babies here on Hank's Corner.
Changing 2 kids' lives. Fresh out of high school, working 2 jobs, just trying to survive. Holding on tight. That's the thing about life, it's a hell of a ride. They didn't know what they were doing. Just grown up kids with a kid of their own, free falling. Like an old throwback Tom Petty song. Taking off, running for their walking. Jumping off the edge and going all in. Living on a prayer. Oh, Jesus, save these babies, raising babies. You and me didn't fall far from the tree. Walking out of that hospital scared to death, turning 2 to 3. I think I finally understand my mom and dad. They didn't know what they were doing. Just grown up kids with a kid of their own, free falling. Like an old throwback Tom Petty song. Taking off, running for their walking. Jumping off the edge and going all in. Living on a prayer. Oh, Jesus, save
Well, welcome back to Hank's Corner. That was Jessie G's most recent Babies Raising Babies. And of course, I'm Hank Jr. here with.
You're with Brady Lee.
Brady Lee just stopped in and said, "Hey, what's going on?" And, sometimes that just happens. People just come to my corner and want to hang out, So I'm glad that is, kind of like all my rowdy friends have come over.
Yeah,
and
I'm glad it worked out.
All one of them, but they're here.
Am I the first one to crash the corner?
You're the first one to crash the corner at my house.
Wow,
yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, definitely.
Love that.
Shout out to you, because you took care of me. I showed up and he was like, you had food, I had water, I had, it was.
But I do the same thing with my dog too. So
right, that's valid, But anyways, so yeah, if you are an artist and you are coming through, you just hit him up. I emailed him and he was just like, call me, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, like I said, I'm located. Right? What's that?
You're in the Daytona area?
I'm located in the Tampa Bay area, just north of Tampa. I always say my corner's somewhere in there, but I'll give a little bit more this time because we are actually close to the Tiki Cove, which is in Land O'Lakes, and that is a great venue that you may want to consider to come play at. Brady's played there. It's a lakefront area with a bunch of sand, and you come in and play like you're out there on the beach. I mean, it's a beach, but it's a lake.
Bring it on. Let's go.
Let's do it. We need to get that to happen. And this next section is going to be all about you, Jessie. We're going to find out about, how you got into the music career, that good stuff, your influences. And but first, before we do that, we play a game called Two Truths and a Lie. And this is how it goes. Basically, you're going to give us 3 statements. And this time we got Brady here to help me out. And because I'm usually about 50-50.
I'm a crazy fan, apparently. So
yeah, crazy fan. And
good luck.
And so you give us 3 statements, 2 of them being true, 1 of them being a lie, in any order that you want. And we need to figure it out without asking too many questions to give it away by the end of the podcast. So if you are ready, give us 3 statements.
I have worked as a commercial fishing baiter.
All right.
I have 1 dog.
Uh-huh.
I am the general contractor on a house that I am building currently.
All right. I think I got it. But you go ahead. You go first. See if you can figure this out.
So we're going to do this towards the end of the podcast because we want to keep the listeners listening, and they like to play along. So we're going to need to figure out, if Jessie has worked as a commercial fishing baiter. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know too much about fishing other than throwing a rod and drinking a beer. So,
is there more?
Apparently, there could be.
That's the good fishing.
She may have 1 dog, and try to figure out if she is the general contractor on a house that she's building. So we know that she's building a house, and whether or not she's a general contractor, that would make her kind of smart.
I mean, I think it would make her like pretty epic.
Yeah.
It's pretty legendary. That's, to be fair, all 3 of those things are a lie for me. So I'm not.
You're not any of them?
None of those.
No, but you may be walking away with a cat when you leave here.
Shoot. Yeah, apparently there's a cat in here that.
Yeah, there's a
cat.
I'm not taking the cat.
There's a cat that crawled into. I don't know where it is, and
is it in here?
It might be, but it crawled into my daughter's car engine when they were a little kitten, and she brought it home, and it's been stuck here ever since. So let me know. Let me know out there, and those that are watching, if you want a kitten, it's great. I just don't like it. Yeah, it may crawl up in your engine, and
you guys might put it in there before I leave.
So Jessie, tell us a little bit about your journey. How did you get, inclined into the music career?
Yeah, I mean, like probably everybody you've talked to, the journey started way back at the very beginning, when I was very young, like a little baby. My parents would be like, hey, you were singing at 2 and dancing along and singing Billy Joel and all that stuff. And kind of just, I feel like it was always my calling because about age 5, 6, I was putting little letters in people's mailboxes. Come to my house. I'm going to put on a talent show and sing you a bunch of songs. And, I'd make the family gather in the living room and sit everywhere and perform in front of them, which is very strange to think about. But, if I could see my 3-year-old doing it, I guess it's cute. But then it got a little more competitive in my middle school years. I would do the local talent shows, the county fairs, that kind of stuff. And then I had a teacher, Mr. Moffat. He was really instrumental in putting me under his wing and seeing talents that I had. He would enter me in these huge jazz competitions in the state of like California and Oregon and all over. And I just started winning everything and realized, oh, well, maybe there's like, something to this more than just a hobby. And so my parents got more involved and submitted a tape of me to my local, or to my, sorry, not my local, to the college that I was applying to. And I got a college scholarship. And so it was one of those things, like every step of the way, I was able to, take a bigger step forward and just realize that this was a gift that God gave me that I needed to just keep on pursuing. And then I was working for some lawyers right out of college because I graduated with a political science degree and a music major, double major. And I was like, oh, well, maybe like entertainment law is like the way I can provide for a family and make enough money and all that. And all the lawyers that I worked for would be like, when's your next show? Like they would always try to like push me towards music, And then Gretchen Wilson came to town, and Gretchen Wilson, if you don't know who that is, the redneck woman herself. She sings Here for the Party, Home Wrecker, All Jacked Up. I could name tons of hits. But anyway, she was my favorite country music singer, and the local radio station knew that. So they reached out and they said, hey, you need to come do our competition because the winner is going to open up for her. So I put all my eggs in that basket, won that competition, got to open up for her, and I snuck in back afterwards, like to try to talk to her. And she let me come back, and I just asked her straight up. I was like, well, not straight up. It was after lots of Jack Daniels and taking dips together. Like we were
Correct.
like dipping
The Jack Daniels was
Copenhagen.
straight
That
up.
sounds more like Gretchen. Now that sounds more.
Yeah. So she actually pushed her bus call. She was supposed to leave at like midnight. She left at like 4 a.m, I think. And so we had a lot of fun.
insane.
But I straight up asked her at some point in the night after we were singing a bunch of old Etta James and stuff. I was like, how do I get to your level? How do I do what you do for a living? Like win a Grammy, And she's like, got to move to Nashville. You can't do it in Oregon. Oregon's got that ceiling, Nashville is where stars are made. And so a couple months later, I sold a bunch of Dungeness crab, albacore tuna, if that's a hint for my game.
Mhm.
But
Busted.
I sold a bunch of fish that I like stole off my dad's boat. I didn't even tell him I was going to sell it. I just took a couple buckets and
Is
put a
this
bunch
your
of fish
first
in it.
time admitting that? Like, can you share this
It's
with your
like
dad?
the third. I know. I mean, honestly, the other night I made the restaurant send me 4 cases of tuna, so like he's used to
Oh,
it. But
all right.
yeah, so I sold a bunch of fish and drove 4 days straight out to Nashville, Tennessee. Got a studio apartment that I could barely afford, lived off a credit card, and just leap of faith that this was going to be something that worked out. And thank God, I emailed Gretchen and was like, hey, I'm here. And she called me because there was like tornadoes ripping through town, and I've never experienced a tornado in my life at that point. And she called me mother hen, being like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, get to the bottom floor, get in the bathroom, put a mattress over, talking me through it. And
Yeah.
the rest is history, man. She's like, she is one of my best friends. She took me out on tour and really helped change the trajectory of my career to the point where, I got to tour with artists like Sarah Evans, Gary Allen, Leonard Skinner. Like I got to go on tour with so many amazing artists and just open up and share the stage with so many people that I never would have dreamed that would happen. And, it was all because she kind of gave me that in. So huge kudos to her and to me just taking a leap of faith. And that's kind of how this thing started. And this thing's not stopping. Now we're touring and headlining our own shows, which I'm super pumped about, and even starting our own festival this year, which is a little crazy, but I'm really pumped.
You're starting your own festival?
Yeah, we're starting our own festival in Destin, Florida. Come on, guys. It's the Destin Songwriter Festival on October 10th.
I knew it.
and
I
11th.
told you. It's going to be sick.
Did
Yeah,
you
well,
call it?
We were, well, I mean, we're going to crash a podcast, right? I need to know all the details about what's going on. And I was like, I'm
hey.
pretty sure that she's promoting a songwriter festival in Destin.
Yep.
Pretty
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And
we're
so-
starting that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have a songwriter right here next to me,
Research.
and
Come
you have a photographer, videographer sitting next to him. So
Well, come on down.
we need to make this happen.
Yes, come on,
October
guys.
10th, you're performing. that
October
festival.
10th and 11th. Yep. So, I
Right.
mean, I'll be there all weekend
Oh, you're
long.
both.
I'm actually going to host. So it's going to be nuts for me because we're going to do 4 stages. So I'm just going to bounce around, but it'll be fun. You guys should come.
That sounds like a plan. In the meantime, let's listen to your duet with Gretchen Wilson, "Like My Whiskey."
Hey, there we go.
Well, I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot at him, and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my whiskey. Same place, same time, same pickup lines. Just another day in the life of a woman working hard from 9 to 5. Same drink, same bar, they know by now. A few straight shots and I get down. Doesn't take long for a bad boy to pick me out. I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot at him, and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my whiskey. I know this type and I should leave. Southern and strong, dark and sweet. Lord, he's got me buzzing like some honey Tennessee. I know that after one more round, I won't be alone when I head out. 'Cause Jack and Jim always seem to get to me. Oh, I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot at him, and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my whiskey. I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot at him, and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my whiskey. A shot at him, and I'm feeling frisky. Heaven for the night, but hell in the morning when he leaves me. I like my man like I like my man like I like my man like I like my whiskey.
Welcome back to Hank's Corner. I'm Hank Jr.
Brady Lee hanging out.
with Jessie G, our special guest, and not only is she a talented singer songwriter, got to go out and do all this stuff with Gretchen Wilson, but she's a Florida native. Well, not native, but she's in Florida now, so we definitely love her. But we were talking about the different stuff being native, and Brady is native to Wisconsin, and off air we talked a little bit about that, and you started having memories coming back to you. What was the deal with that?
So I was telling Jessie when her song was playing that first time I met her, she was fresh off of going to Lambeau Field and singing the national anthem. And so I watched that game like I watch every Packer game. Okay. But I watched that game and was like, oh yeah, that's Jessie G, that's cool. And then I was at the local in Nashville. We were at this little event called Music Row Freak Show, which happens every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you were performing it. And I saw that and I was like, oh, got it. All right. That's the same girl that I saw on TV.
I
you
love
know.
it. That's
And
so
to
cool.
and just to be fair, Jessie, like my family, like my mom, my dad, when we watch Packer games and stuff, when I'm in town, like we're harsh on the national anthem singer. You know what I mean? Like we judge, you know. And I remember my mom spinning around, was like, she was good.
Oh, that's so awesome. Well,
And
her
that's
baby boy is a musician too. So like
I
she's
yeah.
got the ear for it. She knows it well enough. So that's a huge compliment. Tell her
I
thank
think
you.
that's the highest. I think that's actually the highest compliment that my mom gives out is to just go, "That was good." I think that's the highest. So there you go.
That's like my father-in-law. I love
Well,
that.
well, congratulations, Jesse. You got the
Thank you.
top honor there in Brady Lee's family, so you're good. You got the
You know
seal of
what?
approval.
Tell your mom I can't wait to meet her and thank you.
Will do.
And I do want to talk. We talk a little bit about family. You got a couple of songs related to the military. Tell us a little bit about that, and how that fits in.
Yeah, I mean, when I was in my early 20s, I fell in love with a man in the military, and that was the first time I'd ever really experienced military life. My grandpa served, but it wasn't like uh, during when I was alive, even. So, I never really knew what that lifestyle was like, and so the more we fell in love, and then got married, and then had babies, the more I just evolved and saw so many. I had experiences as a military spouse at that point, and a lot of that just really bled through into my music because I was really proud to be a military spouse. I saw my husband wake up day in and day out to serve this nation, keep us free and protected, and to see that, as somebody, you love this person more than anything, and they're going off for a deployment and going off to protect the vice president or the president or whatever it was. And there were a lot of moments where, I had to just have faith that he was going to be okay and come home and be safe. And, when we first had our first child, he left, I think she was like 2 weeks old or something. And he went on a deployment to protect the vice president. And it was like one of those things that I loved watching him kind of pursue his dreams. And it was like the muse for me and my music during that period. So you have songs like Army Ranger, Dress Blues, and there's more. I have a song In Another Life that I can't wait to eventually put out. But a lot of just loving our military comes through out in my music because of that and just being a military spouse. And like I say on stage, I love our military so much, our service members, our troops. Like I will never stop loving them and singing about them for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's awesome. And first of all, thank your husband for serving. We definitely appreciate that. I'm the only one in my family that actually didn't go into the military side of things. But not only that, as a wife, thank you for putting up with that because it's not an easy lifestyle.
Yeah, it's crazy. And, I find myself becoming best friends quickly with other military spouses because you just have kind of the same heart and you go through a lot of the same. It's pretty hardcore, I want to say, I guess. Like, and you have a certain like thick skin that comes along with it, and you just, yeah, it's I feel very grateful and honored, but it definitely was a sacrifice that we went through. So, I'm just blessed that he's still here with us today.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and play Dress Blues and Army Ranger, and we'll come back. We'll wrap things up with a little fun.
Never thought I'd be the girl sitting, waiting here at home, waiting by the phone. Maybe today or next week he'll call me, or maybe he won't. stopped short and the nights grew long. We were young, having fun with nothing to lose, till I saw a boy in his dress blues. I never knew hanging on could mean letting him go, but you don't have a say when the war says so. We rushed down to the courthouse and said I do. A white second-hand dress and your dress blues. Oh, I will lay you down and lay by your side till we're homeward bound. And I've never felt the way I do, seeing you there in your dress blues. The letters took weeks that felt like years, and they're hard to read through lonesome tears. A man came knocking and I swore it was you. He broke my heart in his dress blues. Oh, I will lay you down and lay by your side when I'm homeward bound. And I've never felt the way I do, seeing you there in your dress blues. Sun glaring through the trees and the leaves all gone. The sound of guns and a bugle song. One headstone on a plot for two. A long black dress and your dress blues. Oh, I will lay you down and lay by your side when I'm homeward bound. And I've never felt the way I do, seeing you there in your dress blues. Seeing you there in your dress blues. My little white dress and your dress blues.
Welcome back to Hank's Corner. I'm Hank Jr. here with my special co-host Brady Lee. We're talking to Jessie G, and we're having a good time here. Listen to all of her songs, finding out all about her, and we're going to try to find out a little bit more because early on she gave us two truths and a lie. We don't know which is which yet. We're kind of guessing, but she said she worked as a commercial fishing baiter. She has one dog, and she is the general contractor on a house that she's building. So, you are the guest host, Brady. Do you want to go first and tell us what you think, or you want me to try to pick?
Here's kind of what I've sleuthed up.
Oh,
this far.
sleuth.
All right, so I've been paying attention to this whole situation, this whole conversation, and I've got a couple thoughts to see how close I get. All right. Well, first off, you kind of gave away that unless you're like going really hard on your truths and a lie, I'm just gonna say that working as a commercial fishing baiter, that's a true statement. So I'm gonna say that, unless you're gonna throw something crazy. It's like I was not actually a baiter, which is valid. That's something I would do. So
I'm
gonna
not
say
allowed
that.
to say it yet, right?
No, you gotta wait till he's got to guess them all.
I'm gonna get him.
All right.
I'm gonna get this right. And my other thing is, so you're a military spouse, which means, so I'm a military brat. So my dad, which means, I am a brat, but it means that my dad served in the military. So my mom was a military spouse, like you are. And so what that tells me is that you handle a lot of things. and you really can, you're probably very much a figure it outer type person. And so I'm willing to bet that being a general contractor on the house that you're building is true. Willing to bet. And then also, because you're a military spouse and you have children, there's no way in heck you would have a dog. There's just no way.
So half the time when I do this, I kind of just really guess. You're good at this. You must watch a lot of Sherlock Holmes movies. Be like
Criminal Minds. Yeah, he should be
yeah.
detective.
Well, he's got a criminal mind, that's for sure.
That's valid. That's my best guess.
I'm gonna agree with you. So how did he do?
Crushed it.
Okay, he did crush it, but
dang it,
crush it, but he crushed it because he got everything right. But his analysis of the dogs, I have 2 dogs.
Oh,
there's no way. So what's funny, when I was growing up in a military family, I remember very specifically, it was like, can we get a dog? No, we're not getting a dog. I have children. That was the response. And I was like, oh.
Honestly, it's very tough.
There they are.
We have beautiful friends. Come here. Up.
I was so
we have
close.
Beautiful friends that watch them for us in Nashville. Come here. This is one.
Oh, look at that.
These are my first babies before real babies. My fur babies. And this is 2.
Yeah, so for those that are listening to this audio, you need to make sure you're watching the video so you could take a look at the 2 dogs there. And Brady, you were really good, but yeah,
honestly though, his analysis
perfect.
Was perfect. Yeah,
so close. I mean, I got it right. It's just not exactly right.
Yeah, and I do not recommend general contracting your own house. Like, I understand why people charge a lot to general contract after all this. It's a lot of work. So
yeah, I had a house built once, and that took a while, and that was a lot of pain. But good for you. When it's all said and done, you'll enjoy it, I'm sure.
My dad always says, he's like, you're gonna have so much time on your hands after this, trying to raise kids and build a house and a music career and a festival.
Yeah, that sounds insane. Like, I don't have to deal. That's insane.
I don't recommend.
Yeah, so
that's why there's a margarita in here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we're at the. I'm sorry, I just gave you water. I'm sorry. Well, maybe I have to up my game over here. Now, both Brady and I have gotten to see you. I saw you at like a songwriters round, which is not necessarily. I mean, it's great because you get to see multiple artists, but we don't really get to see the full Jessie G in effect. So, if somebody were to come to one of your shows, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, when it's full band, it's definitely in your face, jam packed, rocking. I have like my country set in the first half, and then I sing a song called Alter Ego. And then I kind of flip my set to the more rock and roll and leave you ending like hyped, So that's kind of what you can expect coming to one of my shows, is just a good mix of country and rock and roll.
Well, that's awesome.
I
need to get there.
Yeah.
Come on.
I said, I only got a taste of it at the Songwriters Festival.
She's probably not going to sing the national anthem at her show though. So
I don't know.
I mean, I used to. Well, I used to have my guys like play it. And then go into the show just because,
I mean, Whitney Houston did it. If Whitney Houston can do it, you can do it.
Hey, we're bringing it back. Come on, Brady.
I think that's sick. I've thought about it.
Yeah, that definitely sounds awesome. Whether you kick it off with that or not, I definitely would like to come see you do a full show. But for those who aren't already doing so, and I don't know why, please be sure to follow Jessie G on all her social medias. You can find her also at the website listed below, jessiegmusic.com. You're very update with your social medias. You do a lot with it, so people can check that out. And look at that.
See. I don't know why I'm not. I'm probably following you on Facebook or something, or TikTok.
Well, I gotta follow you back.
That's not.
As soon as I get off here, I will.
I feel bad sometimes when I'm not following on, like, oh yeah, I follow her, and then I open it up the different one, I'm like, oh, or not there, or maybe.
Yeah. There's just so many social medias, and
it's too hard to keep it all. It's too hard. Like I pay somebody sometimes to just handle it all for me because I'm like, there's too much.
Yeah, I can't master it either. But be sure to follow her. The website, like I said, is listed below. Jesse, we definitely appreciate you coming on the show. And if you ever want to be a guest on Hank's Corner, you're more than welcome to.
Well, let's do this again soon. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Is my imagination spending too much time alone? Or is everything I've built with him about to come undone? He swears that I'm the only one, no matter what I think. But he smells like whiskey, and he don't drink. No matter how I try to read his mind, there's something in his smile that just ain't right. Our fast gone cold, you can see it in his eyes, and he smells like whiskey tonight. There's a girl they call Mississippi on the outskirts of town. She knows how to pour a shot, she knows how to lay 'em down.